Well, hello there, how is everyone? I hope you're all well on this fabulous day. I think it's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. It is Friday still, yes. So, hello and welcome to Friday. And you're looking amazing, by the way. And what are we talking about? If you can hear me among the drills and the children and everyone going mental. But I wanted to do a video outside because we're trying to put the studio back together and I'm having a bit of a nightmare with things not quite going to plan, but it'll be all sorted by Sunday, hopefully for a live. But we're talking about Lucy Letby. As you would think, after 10 months, that's right, 10 months of listening to a massive amount of evidence that would eventually convict this monster of basically killing 7 babies and attempting to kill another 8 as well. A mixture of methods, from overfeeding milk to just horrendous stuff. And I don't want to go into details. But look, she's done some horrendous things. But there is now more outrage involved in the surroundings of this case, as there are people who are just unwilling to accept that she is guilty. This stems from people who worked alongside her and people who have known her for many years. They are just simply refusing to accept that Lucy Letby is guilty, despite, like I say, the insurmountable evidence that would say that she did, and the 10 months that it took to go through everything and come to the conclusion with which they did, which was pretty much, look, she did it. But it raises concerns, doesn't it? Because you think, we know that in the background they're talking about the trust itself, this hospital, the bosses, and could it have been prevented? Was there things that should have happened that didn't happen? Was there people involved? And look, I'm not one to judge. At the end of the day, she's gone through due process. We've seen all of the evidence, and she was convicted by a jury of her peers. So look, it's a done deal. But when you start hearing people who have known her for a long time, and they refuse to accept, and some of these people as well, by the way, who refuse to accept her, are still working with children themselves, and you kind of think, so what is it that you're doing the same sort of things and you're not seeing? Do you know what I mean? It's scary to think that there are people who are almost condoning her actions and refusing to accept what she did was wrong, because ultimately the children that she was dealing with did ultimately die. So are they trying to say that the children would have died regardless, and it was, the care that she was told to give? I don't really get it. But yeah, to think that there are people who have known her for a long time and are just unwilling to accept, it raises, it's like the Brian Kohberger situation and the other cases that we see, when people are they look at someone and, they say, oh, that person don't look like they've got it in them to do these crimes. And I must admit, I look at Brian Kohberger, for instance, and he's not the only one, but I look at Brian Kohberger and I think, does this guy look like the kind of person who could do the crimes of which he's being accused of doing? And Lucy Letby, we touched on it in a video the other day. You look at her and you wouldn't think that she had it in her to do the heinous crimes which she did. And it would appear that those close to her as well were duped by it. Or are we being duped by the fact that she was found guilty, and is there more to this than meets the eye? Have you followed the Lucy Letby case? And if so, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Are you sure that the outcome was the right outcome, or are you beginning to listen to some of the people who grew up alongside her and have known her for many years and feel there's perhaps something else going on in the background and it's not quite as clear cut? And, we're going down the route again of tinfoil hat and down rabbit holes, as they are now trying to say that there's more to this than meets the eye, and she's been used as a scapegoat. Again, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. Again, this is a little bit different because she has gone through due process and she's been found guilty. But again, they do find people guilty who are not guilty, and there are more to it than meets the eye. So let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.